Hello viewers, today we will learn about bills of exchange. Well, in business, goods can be bought or sold both for cash as well as on credit. When the goods are sold or bought for cash, the payment for that is received immediately. But when the goods are bought or sold on credit, there is always a fear of non-payment. Hence, in order to avoid this fear, a credit instrument is given by the debtor or the buyer of the goods. This credit instrument is referred to as a bill of exchange. On the basis of this definition, let us see some of the features of bill of exchange. Number 1, it must be in writing. Make an order for payment. Order must be unconditional. Payment must be certain. Date of payment must be certain. The maker must sign it. It must be stamped and it must be payable to a certain person. Now, let us discuss the various parties to the bill of exchange. There are 3 parties to bill of exchange. First, drawer. Second, drawee. Third, payee. The person who sells the goods or the person who is creditor draws the bill. Second, drawee. The person against whom the bill is drawn is the drawee. He is the buyer of the good or the debtor. Payee. Payee is the person who receives the payment. He can be the drawer himself, or a payee can change in following 2 cases. First, if the bill is discounted. Second, if the bill is endorsed. As explained earlier, that a bill of exchange is drawn against credit transaction for goods purchased or goods sold. There is certain maturity date for amount to be received against this bill. Generally, 3 days of grace are added to this maturity bill. For example, a drawer has drawn a bill on 1st January against which he will be receiving the payment after 1 month. Now, if we add 3 days more to it, the maturity date for the bills comes to 4th Feb. Hence, every bill which is drawn will be paid after the month's period indicated in the bill, plus the 3 grace days are also added to it. Now, a person who draws a bill of exchange, for him that bill is known as bill receivable, while a person who accepts the bill, for him that bill is known as bills payable. Now, let us move to the accounting treatment of the bill. First, let us discuss the entries to be made in the books of drawer. Whenever the bill is drawn and it is accepted, the entry that is passed in the book of drawer is bill receivable account debit to debtors account. Now, after receiving the bill, the drawer has 4 options. The first option with him is that he retains the bill with him and on maturity date he collects the amount of the bill personally. At that case, on the date of maturity, the following entry is passed. The entry is cash account debit or bank account debit to bill receivable account. Second option which is available to the drawer is he retains the bill with him till the date of maturity, and before few days of the maturity he sends it to his bank for collection. So, when he sends the bill to his bank for collection, the following entry is passed: bill sent for collection account debit to bill receivable account. When he receives an advice from his banker that the bill has been collected, the following entry is passed in the book of the drawer. The entry is bank account debit to bill sent for collection account. Now, moving on to the third option, discounting the bill. The drawer of the bill, after receiving the bill, can also get the bill discounted from the bank. In this case, the entry pass is bank account debit, discount account debit to bill receivable account. At the time of maturity, no entry will be passed in the books of the drawer, since the bill has now become the property of the bank. He can endorse his bill in favor of his creditor. Now, when he endorses the bill in favor of his creditor, the following entry is passed. The entry is creditor's account debit to bill receivable account. Again, an important note point for this case is, since the bill has been endorsed to the creditor, it has become his property. So, at the time of maturity of the bill, no entry will be passed in the books of the drawer. Now, let us see the accounting treatment of bills of exchange to be done in the books of drawee. As explained earlier, when bill is accepted by the drawee, it becomes bills payable for him. So, the entry which is passed when bill is accepted by him is creditor's account debit to bills payable account. On maturity, when he will be paying the amount of bill, the entry passed will be bills payable account debit to bank. The drawee has to pay the bill. He is not concerned with the fact whether the drawer, the creditor, has retained the bill with him, or he has sent the bill to the bank for collection, or he has got the bill discounted from the bank, or he has endorsed the bill in favor of the creditor. The entries in the books of drawee will remain same in all the four above cases. Now, let us explain all these cases with the help of an example. On 1st January 2012, a bill of exchange is drawn by Arun on Varun, payable after 3 months. Varun accepted the bill and returned it to Arun. Varun met his acceptance on maturity. Record the entries under the following circumstances. Here, Arun, he has drawn the bill, he is the drawer of the bill, while Varun, who has accepted the bill, he is considered to be the drawee. Now, let us see the entries. The first case with us is Arun retained the bill till the date of maturity and collected directly. The entry is bill receivable account debit to Varun's account. Debit amount rupees 20,000, credit amount rupees 20,000. The bill has been drawn on 1st January the year 2012. Narration will be being bill received. Now, the first option with us is that Arun retains the bill till the date of maturity and collected directly. So, the due date, if you remember, I told you whatever is the due date, we add 3 grace days in that. So, our due date turns to be 4th April. On due date, that is 4th April year 2012, he will be receiving the payment. For that, we will be passing the entry cash account debit to bill receivable account 20,000, and the narration for that will be being amount received, being bill received. Now, moving on to our second case. In this case, Arun has got the bill discounted from his bank at 12% per annum. So, the entry for getting the bill discounted will be, assuming that he has got the bill discounted on the same date on which he has received the bill, that is 1st January 2012, the entry will be bank account debit, discount account debit to bill receivable account. The narration for this will be being bill discounted from bank. If you remember, we had drawn the bill for rupees 20,000. Now, we are getting it discounted from the bank at 12%. This bill was drawn for 3 months. So, while calculating the discount, it will be calculated at the rate of 12% for 3 months, which comes out to rupees 300. That means our bank account will be debited with rupees 19,700. Now, moving on to our next case, the third case, in which Arun endorses the bill to his creditor Sumit. In this case, again we are assuming that the bill is endorsed to the creditor Sumit on 1st January, that is the date on which the bill was received. So, the entry for it will be 1st January year 2012, bill is being endorsed to Sumit, Sumit's account debit to bill receivable account rupees 20,000. Narration: being bill endorsed. Here again I would like to repeat the same thing which was told to you earlier, that since now the bill has been endorsed to Sumit, at the date of maturity no entry will be passed in the books of Arun. Since now the bill has become the property of Sumit, the amount will be received by him. Now let us see the fourth case. Fourth case, Arun sends the bill to bank for collection on 31st March 2012. If you remember, a bill was made on 1st January, it was for 3 months plus 3 days grace period will be added. That means the maturity period will be 4th April. Before the maturity, Arun has sent the bill to the bank for collection. Therefore, on 31st March, we will be passing the following entry when the bill is sent to the bank for collection. Entry is bill sent for collection account debit to bill receivable account 20,000. Narration: being bill sent to the bank for collection. Now, on receiving the advice from the bank that the bill has been collected on due date, that is the 4th of April 2012, the following entry will be passed in books of Arun. Entry is bank account debit to bill sent for collection account rupees 20,000. So, these were the 4 cases whenever the drawer draws the bill. The first case was that he can retains the bill with him till the date of maturity and receives the amount directly. Second was that he can send the bill to his banker for receiving the payment or for collecting the bill. Third was he can get the bill discounted from the bank, and the fourth was he can endorse the bill in favor of his creditor. Now let us see the entries that are to be passed in books of Varun. Arun's account debit to bills payable account 20,000 on 4th April. On due date, the following entry will be passed: bills payable account debit to cash account rupees 20,000. Being bill paid. Now here one important thing that you should remember is, since drawee, that is Varun, has paid the bill, that means the bill has been duly honored. This was all about bill of exchange when it is drawn and the bill is duly honored. Thank you and have a nice day.